Maybe. Oh, I forgot. Hey, Roy, we're here. I forgot we did not turn the. I turned the clock, the camera off yesterday, so we just jump straight into it.
Wow. No countdown, no nothing. It's all right.
No, nothing. Yeah, I forgot to turn it off. I was sorry, guys. We were making a video yesterday, and we are going to try to get a video out on a 3-bar reversal. I didn't need the countdown clock on the video, and I forgot I had to turn it back on to go live. So, but it's all good. We're here for you this morning. What a start already. I've traded. I got $100 up on Take Profit Trader, and then we're talking about 3-bar reversal. Well, look at here. There's your 2 red bars. Look at this green bar finished above both that wick and this body. Finished right at the top of this wick. So I did go long in a combine this morning. I took 7. I got in. It was on the 15-minute chart where I saw it because you had it set up on the 5, 10, and 15-minute chart. So this 15-minute chart, I didn't get into it till about right here, 47, I think it was. I took my first payout at 57, and then I got stopped out on my runners right here. So good start there. It did give us a 3-bar reversal to the downside here and a candle by candle on the 15-minute. So we're kind of watching this. If you did get in down here, let's say at 55, well, it did give you 12 points. So my goal is always take at least 10. So, that paid out if you did it. So kind of looking at that. Yesterday we had good luck staying on the 15-minute, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. A little bit of spaghetti mess on Tide.
Tide
premium side.
You want a spaghetti mess. I don't know if I've ever seen it everything on just like that.
Yeah.
Usually this time you have some separation. You can see you tried to get separation twice, and they're like, nope, we're going to bring you all right back together. So.
Yeah, so it's holding this 50 level, this 58.50 level so far.
Yeah, I didn't see. I saw Mancini was bragging on a false breakdown this morning, so I kind of toned that out because I was like, bro, let's get the market going and see what other data we have before we start patting ourselves on the back so far. This is a small win. I'm happy to make $400 times 2. That's $800, but I'm not done by any means, and I don't really want to pass this account today because I don't want to pass it till next week. I just want to take my time on it. We only got 600 more. I would like to get 100 more to leave 500 to pass. So we'll see if it gives us the opportunity. Take Profit Trader had a fantastic day at Take Profit Trader yesterday. I don't know if I could have traded that thing any better on that last move down. It was great. I loved it. I pat myself on the back for that one.
Yeah, you want to go over that that 3 candle reversal from yesterday?
Yeah, let's go back.
It was a lovely one.
So you won't be able to see it on the 15-minute because it showed up on the 10-minute really great, and it really wasn't that great on the 15. This is where it drives me crazy with Top Step X, where I can't use a 10-minute chart. Oh, you know what we can do? Roy asked, and I will deliver for you guys. I actually want it to go in there, but it's all right. I can't see. Pull this back up. Uh-oh.
Did you freeze?
Come on. There we go. All right, let me change my windows. Give me a second, guys. Bear with me. I don't know why I did this. I could have just moved it up there. That's stupid. But we had to go a long way with it. All right, so this is our 10-minute chart. So here you got 1, 2 green candles. To be the other way. All right, I'm gonna have to take that off for now. That's driving me crazy every time I click on it. It's gonna do that. We know where it was. We'll add it back. So these 2 green on the 10-minute, and then you see it had this bearish engulfing It only takes this whole candle, but it took this whole candle and this wick on this bearish engulfing. So I entered my trade right here. As soon as this candle closed, I entered the trade. I took a slight bit of heat, not much, and then it just reversed down and tanked down. So we came down. I got in at like 46 or so, and then I took my first take profit at like 47. That was stupid. Could have got a lot more out of it. And then I trailed it, and then I trailed it tight. So I got stopped out my final here. I was in 10, got out 5, and then got out my last 5 here. It was I think it ended up being like a $1,300 trade total. It got me $800 up on the day. I was actually down. Actually, it was about $1,400. I was down $600. It got me $814 up. So if we would have held, if we would have done, we would have moved it down to each candle, it wouldn't have got me out. Well, it got me at the same spot. Imagine that. But it did go more, and I probably would have moved it down and took profit down here anyway. So if you can do, $2,000 to $3,000 in a trade, that is something really good. And I should have held it, but like Roy, me and Roy was talking about earlier, Roy, like, if you would have held it earlier in the week, you'd have got your head ripped off. You'd have got it taken back out. So a little gun shy with it. So we did take it. We are, let's see, there's a chance to look at 15. You are getting the 3-bar reversal to the upside on the 15-minute. This is actually, we still got 6 minutes in this candle, but as long as it closes below this, above this wick right here, that's actually a pretty strong move.
Look at that consolidation too.
Yeah.
All night.
You could have a breakout. So if it gets above that, we do have data coming up in 5 minutes. So you had I didn't even see PMI came out at 8:45. So service PMI came out 52.3, previous was 50.8, beat forecast 2. Manufacturing PMI came out 52.3, 49.9 was forecast, 50.2 was previous. Composite PMI 52.1. They love those 52 numbers. We do have existing home sales and change coming out at 9 o'clock. So that is something to watch. The 30-year mortgage rate, I think, is above 7% now. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. But with these bonds going the way they are, good luck, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me go back to Roy. You might want to go to yours for a second while I swap everything back up.
Yeah, if you're looking at Mag 7, right, Apple's getting hit here, but everybody else, NVIDIA's green, Microsoft's green, Google, again, another 4%, just rampaging back up. Amazon's green, Meta's green, Tesla's green. So, I mean, it got beat up pretty good yesterday, so you could see a little bit of a buy the dip in some of these names.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know what frustrates me with this whole deal? Like everything going up. So we've had and I told you guys, I think it was Monday, go opposite whatever Twitter. Sorry, Roy. Shoot, I just went to yours. My bad.
No, you're good.
Go back, change yours back, and I change mine when we get back up.
Gotcha.
There you go. Go against Twitter if you see stupid stuff like that. They are. I think your win rate would be about 90%. Just the opposite of what Twitter does. Everybody, when something happens, yesterday, everybody was bond experts.
Right.
I actually dug in and found a bond expert, some guy that actually trades bonds on a pretty big scale, and explained it more. And it made a lot more sense once I listened to him. And then I just took all the rest of it, just muted that out.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, we've had carry trade experts. You remember that when that all went down?
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
expert in carry trades, but
Oh,
nobody. Google just makes everybody a genius, right? You had the bond experts, you had the tariff experts. I mean, you had experts at everything. They tell you what's going to happen, and almost to a T, it has been the opposite of what the majority of people are saying. There's a few trusted people that I do listen to over there, and there's a lot of people that are fearmongers, and they want you to buy their service, so they're going to huge drop coming, crash of 2025, blah blah blah. Nobody can predict the crash if it ever happens.
yeah.
Will there be people that claim they predicted? Yeah. You know why? Because a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. They're going to get right. If you throw enough shit on the wall, eventually some of it's going to stick, right? Not all of it, some of it. Same thing here. So I tried to mute a lot of, that's why I do not pay a lot of attention to Twitter, X. Whoa. That was a nice little pop right before data came out.
It's existing home sales data, so I'm not sure the relevant, how impactful it will be.
Last month it was, just because I think we had I think it depends on the overall environment we're in, and I think we're kind of in that environment now where I think it might. Now, do I think it's going to be like a huge crash or anything? No, but could it hit your stops one way or the other if it comes out and gives you like a 10, 15 point move either way? Very possible. So my thinking, to me, it's best if I just don't even try to trade it, wait for it to overbid, then we'll settle, then we'll find us a reversal on using this 3-bar method. That's
playing out on the 15.
I mean, it plays out on all of them if you find the right setup. That's the key. And I did a little video last night. We'll see if Roy can edit it some, or we might look at doing one with myself and Roy where I can actually go through it and Roy can ask questions. I think that would probably be a better video for you guys, so you could actually, because I'm gonna leave something out if I just do it by myself. I know that. I know, and then I ramble something. You see now. So, all right, Roy, back to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal.
No, you're good. We got about a minute here before data, so we're gonna just kind of keep it on this to see if also a minute before this 15-minute candle closes.
Hey, let me share my screen real quick. Let me go back to yours. Oh, that's good. Yours is there now. I'm just going to share mine, and we can go right back to yours if you want to.
Yeah, I can. Cool.
There you go. We can go back to yours. Mine doesn't matter.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you got a 15-minute candle, strong. It does qualify for the 3-candle reversal.
Qualifies for everything, Roy. Qualifies for everything.
If it was a textbook, this would be the picture you would see. So you've got 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds on this candle. So yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on it. And as long as it closes above those wicks, not a bad long.
I mean, I just don't. We got to have something drastic to come down to change this bad boy right now. You do have Tide setting up. The only one off I have. So you did get a little move. See the move? You got some volatility there on it. That's what I was telling you. Could have.
I know it. Yeah.
Could have got stopped out. Well, could have hit your profit. Could come back. Let's wait till Financial Juice updates it over here. It's always best, in my opinion, if we just wait, just don't do anything. U.S. existing home sale. Oh, it wasn't horrible. So it came in at 4 million. Forecast is 4.1. Previous 4.02. Existing home sales changed. This is a big one. It went down 0.5%. Forecast was 1.99. The previous was negative 5.9. So it was better than previous, but did not beat forecast on existing home sales. Interesting numbers. Dirty Harry, you in here today? I don't know if you. I don't. Seems like you don't always show. Like you have meetings or stuff on Thursday. I think. I wanted to get Dirty Harry is our resident mortgage person that we go to. I wanted to get his thoughts on the 30-year being. I can't remember if they said that it was over 7% or the majority of 30-year loans were over 7% now. I think that's what it said. The majority of 30% loans, 30-year loans out there was over 7%, which is insane.
Yeah.
Tide like the data.
Market like the data.
Call premiums. Getting a little dip in volume. Yeah, market liked it. This is kind of what I was.
Check out general market Tide. I'll switch to yours if you want to.
Whoa.
Whee.
Whoa.
Whew.
You got Tide. This is what I'm talking about. This is kind of weird. So you had your cost prop and your put premium are popping and your volume is coming down a little bit. So you got to be careful here. Look at Holdings. Holdings, the exact opposite. Holdings is, I mean, Roy just kind of went through the Mag 7 and yeah, you see it here. I need to check out my stuff now.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it today, so I need to check that out.
You are in a from Periscope standpoint, you're in this kind of green, kind of pillowy spot. So not a lot of gamma. The dealer is positioned correctly, is what this is saying. So you could just kind of hang around at this spot, which just does coincide with kind of the top of our zone. So, but again, you did have that three bar reversal. So
Roy, my Tesla calls are up 97% now.
Nice job.
My NVIDIA calls have moved up to 57% up now. So they are for next week. So that does make more sense. Well, we got another week on those, but that's still great.
It's a beautiful feel. It's a beautiful feel.
It makes you feel great inside.
You're the being the dealer is not a bad thing.
Nah, we're going to Monday. If we keep these Tesla shares, well, guess what? We'll sell them again.
Yeah.
Let's go. Find the $100, $110 premiums and make it. That's usually pretty good far out. But being a week out, that gives you really good. You get a good out of the money call you can sell. So, hey, it's great. I love it. Life is grand.
Right, covered calls on green days, sell puts on red days. That's the deal. Yeah. Nice pop here. I did take a long on your 3-candle reversal strategy. We're at the top of our zone.
There you go.
I am slightly up on the day. Feeling good.
Good job, sir. I have swapped back to the 15-minute chart myself here. I guess I'm going to have to change this other one over here to the 5-minute chart now. So, yeah, it's going to be a little opposite of what I've been doing, but this 15-minute chart, one thing me and Roy, we talked about a little bit yesterday, takes so much of the noise out.
Yeah.
And you don't, look at it. We got an old trend line coming into play here, Roy.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you delete that one for me, please? That would be
sure. Let's see how far. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's where it came from. Wow. Damn it, Roy. I want to delete it for you, but I don't want to delete it.
We're retesting the top of our zone in pre-market here. So if we switch over to a 5-minute chart, I'll show you. You see, you kind of got a rejection up here at the top, and it's coming back down. So it did stop me out at the top of that zone for a good trade, about $300 on a combine.
Good stuff.
I'm going to slowly rebuild. I did pass the take profit trader this morning, so I'm feeling good. I've got 2 days left to do a micro.
More good stuff. You are trading those. Are you trading micros on your test accounts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I
know I think it was Roy Easy asked in the Discord yesterday if I trade minis or micros in the test and evaluation accounts, and I'm trying my best to trade them exactly the same. Exactly. I will put a little more risk on, but I try to have the same number of lots and just shoot. And used to, and I told you guys before, I would shoot for $1,500 a day, 2 days, pass the test combine. I don't think that was healthy to do it that way.
Mm-mm.
And I think that kind of showed in my trading later, and then we kind of panic a little bit, get down some, and we start pressing and doing this, that. And I want to be honest with you guys, this week, since doing this 3-bar reversal and keeping everything kind of light, and I say keeping everything light, I did go a little heavy and take profit trader the other day. But, worked out. It was a damn good setup, so I went really heavy on it. So I needed to make up some money, and I had a good setup, so I went all in. And I put everything on red, and I'll be damned that some came up red. So I was okay with that. I don't suggest making a habit of that. So now I'm back to doing my old stuff on Take Profit Trader. I am trading it just level. I'm taking 5 lots and I'm getting out on Take Profit Trader now. Today I'm just like shooting a goal. Hey, I want 100, $200. Pop it, get there, get out, and then look for another entry later. Roy,
my stop was the damn entry.
Yeah. But that's you're looking at this 15-minute. I mean, we said it. You got in at 70, 75. There's your 11 points already, 10 points. So I would have scaled out here. That is
very bullish on general market. SPY tide is getting there.
I don't understand why we have premiums moving together. What's up with that?
Whew.
What is up with that? CBD is still negative 2,100. It got as low as negative 4,000 at one point. You do have 202 orders sitting at 58.90. I think we got book map there for you. Hey, we do have. Let me add Roy to the stage here. Book maps if he wants to talk. But yeah, you can see that you got those orders at 90. Then you got them at 5,900 again. Those orders at 5,900, they just hang out there every day, I guess. That's just where they go to hang out. We don't have any intentions of filling. We just want to hang out here.
Going to flipping over to Periscope. Well, first of all, look at the top of the zone. Came back, tested, held, and 1 minute left on this candle, so still not. You are in this kind of
getting a pop and put premiums and a drop and call premiums here, just so you know.
Right. So you could. I would actually expect us to pull back a little here to maybe that 58.45 gamma, kind of clear up that gamma. But you see this gamma exposure getting increased on the green here. So this is like this green can be viewed as like kind of resistance, kind of a support pillowy deal. So it could come back down, catch that gamma, and then push it back up. I mean, there is gamma above, but I don't know if it has the momentum to break all of this. And then obviously big boys positioned up above us. So just keep an eye. It is a nice move. TNX is red. This is kind of your market mover right now. So as TNX, if it fades down, the market's going to go up just in reaction to it. We do have a 10-year auction. Our tips today at 1. So
12 Central. We're Chicago time.
Yeah, Chicago time. 1 Eastern, 12 Central.
There you go.
If we're a betting man, you take a position before that. If you're a conservative good trader, you go completely cash before that on your trading.
If you are a betting man, good luck to you.
Yeah. So that's at 1 Eastern, 12 Central. Yeah, you're seeing a little increase in Apple pushing up. Man has got you a question. He says, where the orders are sitting, can you tell if they're long or short?
All you see is orders sitting there. You don't know if they're stops. You don't know if they're entries. You don't know what they are. You just know they're orders sitting there. They are limit orders sitting there. That's what you see. So kind of a little tutorial about Bookmap. All these are your limit orders that are sitting out there doing everything. All these, you see these bubbles and all this, these are market orders getting filled. Right. So the bubbles are all your market orders. This is all your limit orders. You have no clue if this is limit, stop, limit, but you just know it's limit order sitting there. Before, when I was paying for iceberg orders, you kind of got a little. If you had a bunch of iceberg orders sitting up here, you would think they would be entries or take profits, but you just don't know. Still, you can see stop losses being ran, and even when a stop loss is hit, you can actually get into a trade with a stop loss. So you just know stops are getting hit. You don't know if it's a stop loss or if it's a stop entry. So you still have to figure that part of it out. But what you end up treating these as, you treat these as roadblocks, right? You see that level. Let me get up here. I can show you on this. Come on, get over there. There you go. So you see this 58.90 level. Well, let's go to 58.85. It's a little bit of roadblocks. This is more of like a yield sign. So if you see price come up here, you watch these orders. If it eats these orders up, then you know we're popping up probably to this 90 level. Same thing there. If this is more of a stop sign, you come up. The odds are you will get a reversal here. It's not always. It's just like anything else. Nothing is absolute, right? But you could come up here. If you see these orders get taken out, you know these orders are entries to go long, and that's when it pops up. And that's when you're riding that wave up on it. So you're looking for, not just looking for this area, but you're looking to see how it reacts once it gets there. And the thing about these 90 level, majority of these, I don't know if you can see that little white line right there. I don't even know if it's showing on my screen. The little white line there. So that means half of these orders are algo orders. Half of these orders are orders just sitting there placed by a human being. Hope that clear that up a little bit.
Nice little drawdown too here. Look at that. Sorry. Look at that trend line. Sorry.
Can't make that shit up, King.
Oh man. So let's go back to the Periscope. We'll take a look. So you are getting close to this gamma pullback that we had kind of just talked about. And see, gamma has decreased on the upside. So this is also decreased. So even though it could come back and hit this gamma, is it enough to push it? If they push it, if it takes this gamma and continues the downtrend, there's not a lot touching it here, and it could flush. So we want to keep an eye on this. This is obviously a bearish move down, but you are just hitting orb high here, and you're 8. So could buoy as support. We're just keeping an eye, but this would be a 3 candle reversal to the downside on the 5 minute if this candle closes here. Is that correct?
5 minute, yes, and it'd be a pretty strong one.
Yeah, on the 10 minute, still got a ways to go, and obviously 15 minute, not even close. But nasty candle on the 15. So we're keeping an eye on Periscope. Again, they limited their gamma exposure though too on the green here. So it needs to come down, get some energy, and then it could pop right through this to get to this gamma exposure and actually get us to maybe 5,900.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're in a 50-50 zone. If you want to show tide, you've got SPY really
doing something over here.
You do your thing. You got SPY premiums.
I'll show you whatever you want to see now, because I took that I got $200 in I meant to take that as a test account, but it's all good.
Yeah.
All right. What are we looking at? So you want to see SPY tide?
SPY tide. So you have put premiums rising, volume with a slight decrease. Holdings wise, you got a little bit of a decrease in volume, but this could be that pop.
Could be. It did give you a 3-bar reversal, like you said, on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
There. So, I mean, you would put your stop probably up here. I don't love this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't
it might play out, but I just don't. I don't trust it. Tide's going back up a little. Your volume's going up. This thing could fake back down, though. CVD popped a little on that, but then it just came back down. So if you get this break of the 8, you possibly could see it come down and test yesterday's settlement, though. That is something to watch. The painting crew is back next door, so I'm gonna get 18 million alerts on my Ring camera now.
Tell them it's allowed if they just put the stream on their phone so we can get more viewers.
Yesterday afternoon, they had something on their phone. It wasn't a stream, and I was almost like, "Hey guys, look, I know y'all want to hear some music, but you are blaring it square in my house. Please." Yeah, I don't. This thing might play. This damn thing's gonna play out.
I think we're pushing down here. We got a wick at the top of this candle, but you got to wait till the candle closes on the 5 minute. But
yeah,
you are approaching that kind of pillowy support, last line before it can before it can drop a couple, maybe 5 to 10 points. It is 58.50 on SPX though, so there is a psych level there. And shameless plug here at the bottom. Unusual Whales get 20% off your option flow upgrades. So if you do like Periscope, there you go. Get a little sale for this weekend. Mag 7, all green. I mean, Google. Wow. Get it.
Yeah, this
Good job.
short is just not a. This is not a great play here.
The wick is right off the 8 on the 10-minute on the ribbon. It's also the 8 on the 5. You're battling the 200 above. Candle by candle, the downside, though, on the 5-minute and on the 10-minute, if it holds. You got 2 minutes left.
I really wanted to go down and test that settlement from yesterday and then see how it reacted off that. That's really what I wanted to test. I wanted to come down just a little bit more there. You can't always get what you want, though, can you? That's what the Rolling Stone said. Yeah. Sometimes you get what you need.
I bought Rigetti calls yesterday on the dip, and they are.
I have no clue what the hell. What is that?
Rigetti. What is the?
Is that a spaghetti sauce?
RGT. So RGTI Rigetti is a quantum computing.
Okay. That must have been a lead special.
It was a lead special a while ago.
Okay.
But it's up 11, almost 12% today.
Let me clarify this. I'm not saying that you don't do your own research.
I just
know when it's some random thing like that, it's usually lead involved.
Yeah. That's my quant, man.
Absolutely. I mean,
quant, yeah.
You have a research there, use the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
That's my quant. So I got Rigetti up 12.5%, pushing higher. We're happy with that. We're keeping an eye on the market itself. It's kind of stuck right here once the decision-making time, though. I lean a little bit. If it breaks 58.50 on SPX, could get ugly. I mean, it can fly through all of those EMAs, but that's a lot of EMAs down there.
Yeah, CBD's just chilling. It's at negative 3,100. It got down to negative 29. Now it's back to negative 3. It's just kind of going back and forth. You just had a pop in call premiums. Had a pop in call premiums. I don't know where that came from. We'll see. I still wanted that damn settlement test, at least a 50 in the anchored VWAP test, but we have not got a solid test. I mean, we've got run through it, but no really solid test since it opened up this morning. Yeah. So you are getting a pop in call premiums here. CBD is back to negative 2,900.
I'm going to trim some of my Rigetti on this. The chart's a little ridiculous. All right. We're down to 1. We got to run.
I took a short. I got 100 more bucks in that funded account. I am actually done with that.
Done.
That gives me another $200 payout. That gives me. I am taking everything over the buffer. I'm taking that every day until we either blow this account or we have a red day. 1 or 2. Beautiful. Michael said, "Do we speak English? Are we talking about Rigetti?"
That's my quant. Not my quant.
Oh, your quant.
Look at his eyes. One of the greatest scenes in movie history.
Love it.
Yeah, going back to this Periscope, I mean, this has actually kind of kept me out of trouble right now. I want to see what it does with this gamma. And, I mean, it is showing support here at 58.50, but buyer beware. If that breaks and this gets some mojo, it's got gamma to launch down fast.
Just so everybody knows, I am done trading funded accounts for the day and actually for the week.
Good job.
I will not be back trading funded accounts till Tuesday. Here comes the test that I wanted to get down there, settlement, Roy. If I would have been patient, I got $200 there, probably about $250 there. But hey, you live and you learn. Top Step's really pissing me off because compliance still has not approved my payout. Anybody doesn't know, I requested a payout yesterday morning. I think it ended up being 11 o'clock. And it went through all approvals except compliance, and it's still stuck in compliance. Have not been approved yet. Last night at 9:30, I requested a payout and take profit trader. At 10:15, it was already in my wallet, approved and done, ready to go. It's not a shot at Top Step. I still like Top Step, but it's hard to beat that quick of a payout.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do daily payouts. I am looking at another prop firm. Hey, imagine that. The futures desk. It is more of an old school prop firm. I do not suggest that if you are a newer trader, you go to the futures desk. There's no sim payouts at all. You are working to go straight to a live account is what you do. It's pretty strict consistency rules to get there, right? They want to see you consistent because they want to give you real live money to go real quick. They're not in the game they don't make much money on resets. They don't want you to reset. Matter of fact, if you trade one day, you cannot do a reset till the following day. You cannot request a reset the same day. They are all about taking you to a live account. And that kind of piqued my interest. And I think it's kind of piqued Roy's interest a little bit now.
Yeah, definitely.
And not only do they work with you like that, they give you, once you go funded, you go live, Roy, you get a personal coach that works with you on everything. If you have any questions, anything, you go straight to your personal coach for everything.
I don't know if that's good or bad for me.
Well, I think it's pretty good.
That's good.
I'll tell you, the thing about it is they watch you, right? They watch your trades. They will work with you to make it where you can go up. You don't have to buy. There's not different levels to buy, right? You can spend more money to get more contracts or get a higher loss limit, but you don't even look at there's no 50K, 25K, 100K, none of that. So you get in, this is what I want my stock, my lots to be able to trade it. This is what I want my max loss limit to be. And then that's what you pay your fee on. One-time fee. You do not have to pay a fee once you go live. You don't have to pay any CME fees, nothing. You get in once, you pay it, and you're done. So myself and Roy, that really intrigued me the more I dug into it last night. And I'm probably going to give them a try next week or the week after. They actually have the Futures Desk X platform, just like Top Step X. You guys know that I like Top Step X, so I would actually be able to trade the same platform just with a different futures company. So Roy's flopping around. I think he wants to talk about something, so I'm gonna let Roy talk about something.
No, you're doing good. We are coming down. So that 5-minute 3-bar reversal. Look at her go. Look at her go.
You know what? One of these days we're gonna actually grow balls and we're gonna hold these trades like we're supposed to.
Or below would be my target here. 42.75.
So my target would have been 67.50. We would have took majority of it off at 57.50. I'm a 10-point guy. A lot of people go to level. I'm a 10-point guy. We're taking it there. My stop would probably be right here now. So it's odd. We could stop out there. It could continue down, but we would have a winning trade locked up in the book.
Money's money.
Money is money. So Roy, do your thing for a minute. I'm gonna step away real quick. I'm gonna swap back over to yours, and then I will be right back. I gotta go let you guys see the painters. She's going crazy.
No problem. So you guys can kind of see the power of Periscope here. So it was about right up here. We were talking when it was in this pillowy range. We said if it breaks down, it's got the gamma to push down faster. And you're seeing that kind of accelerant happening. So where do we go from here, right? So you have very small gamma positioning here. Now, what it could do, most likely, is it pops up, catches this gamma, and then my guess comes back down to catch all this. If it pops back up, catches this gamma, it could also just go to this level and stop as well. So we could be range bound here, but you're wanting to see a pop up here to grab this juice. This is like fuel to the fire, right? You want to grab this juice and go down. We're scrolling down here. You see a kind of a pillowy support creating. So this is where your momentum to the downside could start to slow. So in these ranges where they have like stacked green, you want to kind of look at profits, stops, things like that to make sure. You can always re-enter. Obviously you can miss a bigger move. There's always potential for that, but as it's been a couple weeks, we've been trying to play around with this. We are now in the middle of the straddles cone. That's just kind of like a break-even cone, if you will. So, yeah, could see it kind of hang out. I did draw a quick trend line here. It's down to this week. Not very strong, given it's just 2 points here. But it does coincide with the orb below, which is why I kind of picked this particular one. So you do need to see a breakdown below or below to really have, a sustained downtrend. Otherwise, this could just be kind of a false breakdown, high or low on the short-term time frame. So again, we could just kind of hang around here. So no need to rush into anything. My guess, you could pop the VWAP. I need to do anchored VWAP on here. Anchored VWAP, that one. You could pop to anchored VWAP, which is also the top of the trend, which is what we're doing now. And you'd want to see some sort of rejection. If we switch back over to Periscope, you've now entered this red that we had kind of predicted. So does this give it the accelerant to turn around and come right back down? Again, not in any hurry to get in any trades. If you look at Tide, flip that over here. Tide, you got put premiums dropping, call premiums dropping, positive volume though, anchoring up. This is on SPY, on holdings. Holdings pretty bullish. You got call premium rising, put premium dropping, volume ticking up again. You can't quite go off of all of that. So again, you got that red exposure. Let's see if it can come back down and go, or if it accelerates itself back up. My guess, you come back down, you kind of get this back in the straddle zone. Rejection so far at anchored VWAP, just as we were looking at. Flip over to the 10-minute chart to see if it can cover this wick. We've got 50 seconds on this candle. Monty let us know gamma flip at 58.30. You were correct. It went from red to green. So they're showing some more support just in case this thing wants to drop. They're like, no. We don't want it to get to this big gamma exposure. So you can see how we're using these tools to make educated decisions in the market. Nothing's ever foolproof. You can't just use one tool. You've got to use kind of your arsenal of tools. And right now it's saying we retested anchored VWAP, rejected, below regular VWAP. And now we have this, kind of minor trend line. You're in between your orbs. So the target here is this orb low if it can get some momentum. Doesn't mean it's going to get there, but that would be your target. And then obviously if you were to, let's say you want to take a short here, you'd want to take it at VWAP or anchored VWAP, but say even if you FOMO'd and entered it here, you'd put your stop at orb high. You don't want it to break above orb high. Breaks above orb high, it kind of gets back in this trend line, could push itself up to the high of the day. So that is what we're looking at. Again, there's also the option, don't trade. Sit back, let it all be a little bit more clear. It's just bouncing between these two levels right now, creating some consolidation. Doesn't mean it's going to bounce, doesn't mean it's going to break down. It's just trying to find a happy zone. Find a happy zone. We'll look over at Mag 7, all green except Apple. Netflix is lagging a little bit. It's kind of extended Mag 7. Look at Rigetti. Get it.
Look at that spaghetti sauce.
Look at that spaghetti. I bought this beast right there.
Look at you go.
I've trimmed 60. I had 3 contracts. What is that? Oh, it's the daily. 3 contracts. I'm only down to 1 now. Did good on them. Happy.
So Roy is the definition of a blind squirrel can find a nut.
Exactly.
That's a joke.
Exactly.
Roy's actually a good trader. I like to give him hell on stuff. It's mutual. If I don't make fun of you and pick on you, I don't like you.
Speaking of give you hell, I mean, completely off topic here, but did you see the All American Rejects? What they're doing on their tour?
No,
So they're not doing a standard tour; they're just doing house parties. So you can fill out a form on their website, and
really.
they'll go city to city and just do house parties.
That's
So
interesting.
they're calling it the house party tour. Pretty
Wonder how
pretty
much that
smart,
costs.
to be honest. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you only got to
Yeah,
pay for what, 50 grand to get them. That's good.
yeah, just that. But like for sorority, fraternity, or any of that stuff, just like
We got a
dues.
local band here. Actually, they're from Tupelo, called the Spunk Monkeys. If anybody's looked
Okay.
them up, they're pretty good. They play a lot of 80s, 90s rock. They're a cover band. They're really good though, and that is we went to Mullet Toss this year. They played 2 nights at Mullet Toss, and me and one of our buddies were sitting there, and there's you got different stages, you have different bands. You probably have 4 or 5 different bands going all at once there.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to remove that from the chain. And we looked out, and it was elbow to elbow. This place, I bet there was 1,000, 1,500 people there. You
Wow.
couldn't even walk to the bar with so many people there. And I just looked at my buddy. I said, "This is our local band that we grew up with, and they're headlining this, and this is what I mean. Just look out there, and all these people are having a blast. I'm like, this makes you feel good, That's you guys, you kind of grew up with them, listening to them, going along the way. I actually know them now, so it makes a little difference. It's just fun to watch and see. Like, hell, that's pretty amazing that guys like that are doing it, and pretty awesome to see. I like to see people win. So
yeah, that's it. That's kind of our motto on this stream. To be honest, celebrate the wins. So if you guys have had some wins, post it.
yeah,
Comment.
absolutely.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yep. Oh, speaking of wins, Ole Miss won last night at 11:59. Beat Florida 3-1. Pitcher's duel. It was
Okay.
we scored all 3 runs in the 4th inning.
Wow.
Yep. We get to play Arkansas tomorrow.
Quarterfinals, right?
Hell, who knows right now? They got the bracket so messed up. They're doing single elimination, but the first day was delayed, which if you ever follow the SEC baseball tournament, it's always delayed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're actually a day behind. So I don't know what. I mean, you got 4 teams playing today, I think, that hadn't even played yet.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, forget how big the SEC, all the conferences are now. It's huge.
Yeah. All your teams that had double byes, they're playing their first game today. We had a single bye. We were the 7th seed overall, I think. We were actually predicted to finish 15th in the conference, next to last, and we finished 7th in the conference. And good chance we will host a regional now. So
awesome.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. We've lost 4 games, I think, at home this year. So if you can definitely get a home regional, you want it, especially when you play that well at home. We'll see. We got Arkansas tomorrow. If we can somehow beat Arkansas probably will be starting their ace because they started the ace yesterday. They played yesterday too, so they get a day off today and they play tomorrow. And nope, maybe I don't know. I have to look. Yeah, they beat. Shit, I don't know what I'm talking about now, Roy. I just know we play Arkansas tomorrow at the early game, 10:30, I think. I will be traveling to Fairview Bay, Arkansas for a barbecue competition, so I have to listen to it on the radio or watch it on the phone.
I was messaging you last night about the NBA game. Incredible shot.
Yeah, I was watching a baseball game at that point. You wouldn't get me to change anything. I didn't have TV on. All my concentration was on that game.
What was awesome about the NBA game was Pacers Knicks, history rivalry, Eastern Conference Finals. They haven't played each other in forever. But Reggie Miller was doing the commentary for TNT.
I saw him do the coach guy. That was for Reggie, right?
Yeah. It was good. It was a good game. Fun. It'll be a fun series.
There's a serious jinx in that damn building, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
My buddies they were talking about this morning. I was like, I didn't see it. I saw the highlights, but That last shot, I mean, dude, how high did it bounce off the rim before it went in?
I just unbelievable.
When was it when
And
was it to go into overtime or was it in the game where they had like 0.2 seconds left?
so
When
that
they
was that was at the end of overtime. Yeah.
when they had to inbound the ball, so he just handed it to
Yeah.
the opposing
He's-
team. That was a pretty dick move there.
yeah.
Because 0.2 seconds,
Right.
the only thing you can really do is tip the ball. You can't really do much
Right.
else
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. You can't do an actual shot. It has to only
So
be
it's
a tip.
0.3 seconds to get an actual shot off, right? And
Yep.
anything below that's a tip.
Yep.
We are kind of we got a little chop here on the 5 minute. Let's look at the 15. Wow, that
It's
just
coming
it
down
looks
now.
like 15 on it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go back to Periscope, you're kind of in this. You see your tide has now shifted. Wow, this call premium has really dropped. That volume really dropped. General market tide is just we're buying dips, right? Goodness gracious.
You say that it's coming down. You're actually getting a turn. If we can get a decent turn there, let's look at holdings. I think everything but SPY you're buying dips for.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this 50 level might be one to watch to see if we can get some kind of reversal off that. Now we don't. Anybody knows us now? You know we don't play hunches. I did say I wanted to come back and test this this yesterday's settlement and the anchor VWAP. Well, guess what? Came down, broke below it, came up, tested, and back down. That's very, very smooth there. But we are taking our time, doing our thing. I need to really work on that.
Look at the 5-minute chart. I'll flip to it. And look at how anchored VWAP just nope. Nope.
Look at the 5-minute chart and how you are getting a 3-bar reversal to the downside.
3-bar reversal to the downside.
Let's see, you didn't really get a great one on the 15-minute. I know it is. I need this one on there. I've got everything. I'm gonna go this one to the 10. There we go. You got a decent one on the 10-minute that played out. Let's boot this one. That would be on the 5, and then this one 15. So if anybody don't know, I watch 3 different time frames all at the same time. I watch the 5-minute, the 10-minute, the 15-minute. And you will be surprised at different things each one of those just 5-minute increments tells you when you're looking at a chart. Now, right now, all these candles are fixing to close. 15, 10, and the 5 are all closing together. So you all kind of see the same move here. So these next 5 minutes is going to be pretty much the same on the 5 minutes and the 15-minute. Only thing's different is going to be over here. So, but the 5-minute is definitely setting up a very nice to the downside. We got a test account. We're actually going to try it here and see if we can get. Let's see if we can get $200 out of it. We're going to put our take profit at. We got in at 52. Actually, we're going to take our take profit to 42. That'll give us $250 on if it goes there. Actually, I don't like that. We're going to do 43.75. What's this bottom of that? 42.75. So put it right above that bottom one there. We will stop out at 62.50. So let's go and put a stop in. Well, if this thing will catch up, Trader Vic's kind of lagging a little bit now. Well, I guess it's not going to let me put a stop in. There we go. 62.50 will be our stop. If it goes up there, looks like it's pretty strong here right now.
Yeah, no, it had a nice pop there.
You did have tide does look a little bit different now. let's go back to SPY. You're getting a drop and call premiums, a little pop and put premiums, and your volume has turned back green. It did come up here and test on the 5 minute. It did test the whole little cluster right there. Look at the 15. 15 minute is giving you kind of indecision candle. So we're down $100 right now. We got risking 260 pretty much to make 260. So 1-for-1 risk reward. I don't hate it. I was watching a thing yesterday, people arguing over what your risk reward should be. I think as long as you keep your risk within, as long as you keep at least a 1-to-1, you're fine. Yeah. As long as you have a decent win rate. 2-to-1's better, but when you leave yourself runners, you turn that 2-to-1 into, or that 1-to-1 into a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 by being able to trail it down. So I don't hate that. I think people put too much emphasis on the reward side, and just not enough on the risk side. So, man, is that? I hate this right there. That's where it is. If it breaks that, this trade is no longer valid. So that's where we got our stop at. It would be a shame to go up there and pop that and that be the down reversal point, but you know, it is what it is. 10 minute, if it's closed green, we still got 6.5 minutes left. So if it was a close up, it would give you a nice 3-bar reversal upside. That's why you got to look at different time frames. You are getting a little turn now, and your put premiums going up, call premiums just tanked, and then volume back at the 0 line. So that is good. We're fixing to be back in green on this trade. We're back green on this trade.
Your gamma flipped here. It's actually really interesting. It was green, and then this was green, and it just flipped red. So now you've got accelerant right below us that just showed up. So hits this, could accelerate all the way down 5 more points on SPX. So very interesting flip here on gamma.
Interesting. Your volume has turned red very slightly on Tide. Very slightly. CVD is now negative 4,200. Kind of got up, broke in the 3,000s a little bit there. Now it's back up to negative 41. I mean, right now you still got your bears are in charge, but this thing could flip really quick either way. I saw a guy post on Facebook this morning. He's got to be in a practice account because he's been burning it up with trading 15 NQ lots every day. All for that. Somebody's commenting on it. It's like, hey, nice practice count, bro. He's hiding. He's not showing this up here, right? Anybody that shares the screen and don't show this, there's a reason they're not showing it.
There's a red flag. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he posted an hour ago. No doubt today is a bullish day. Load up on longs. I'm like, oh God, dude.
Oh Lord.
There's some newbie somewhere following you right now, being like, oh yeah, load up, it's going. And this cat's over trading down practice account.
It did take that accelerant and go the other way on us. That's the nature of gamma. Yeah. But you do have some resistance up here. We'll see if it was just now does it pop up to get this accelerant to come back down? It isn't a 50-50 spot, as most things are in trading, but as far as you're in between 2 red bars, that is about as close to a 50-50 spot as you can get. So you kind of trend back to, okay, why did we enter the trade? We entered the trade for the 3-candle reversal on the 5 minute. You're now retesting where you just rejected, which is not a good sign for shorts, because the more you test these levels, the weaker they get.
Yeah, always. It's not really three, but use the rule of three is kind of what I live by. If it gets three tests or more, odds are that level's eventually going to break. So it's the rule of three. If it tests that level three different times, this is actually the third time it's tested that level. So we'll see. This could be it. And it could finally get a hard rejection off of it. We don't know. That's why we're sitting here. That's why we have stops. That's why we have take profits. That's why we have everything set up the way we do. So, like I said, this is a test account I'm in on this. So this is not real money. If this is real money, you would see me probably panicking a little more, just because. And here, like I said, here we come right back down. That's a pretty good rejection. You had a really strong rejection off of it last time. You're getting a pretty strong rejection off of it again this time. Just is it enough to break it down? 58.50, you got a lot of orders sitting there. If it breaks 58.50, then we could, I think you called it earlier, said we could get pretty ugly. There's not really anything heavy. I mean, there will be orders that pop in, right? So we can't say this is definitely right now, but right now, well, when I say that, they just popped orders at 58.35. It was 58.25 was the next spot you got orders. Now they just popped some in at 35. This was looking like it was going to be another long to the 3-bar reversal to the long side. Is not near as strong as it was. Now we still got a minute 47 on this candle, so anything could still happen. If this was a real account, I would probably go on and cut it here at break even.
Yeah.
But it's a test account, so I can give it a little room to play. And I have zero emotions in this. So you do real money, you get emotions. That changes things up a little bit. I'm being completely honest with you guys. We try to show you honesty here, what we do, what we see. So that's just where we at. I could break it, close it, break even. Could have got a little small profit. Like when I say small, like $12.50. That 10-minute though was back at, I guess right after 9 it's still in play. That thing is still valid.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, still has not broke above the previous candle yet. So if you did take that one and you're doing trailing candle by candle down, you are still in this trade on your runners.
And you trail by wick, not by body, right?
Depends on how much I'm up. I want to go by wick, but if I'm up some money and I don't want to lose it, and it's like a big wick, yeah, I will go into the body sometimes. It all depends. I kind of do that by feel, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably shouldn't. I probably should stick the same way doing it that I do everything else, but I've been pretty successful doing it that way, so they're why change it, right?
Yeah.
They dropped. You got orders at 50, but now you got orders at 46 now too. That we're not there a minute ago. So it's just kind of. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of just flagging here right now. I mean, this is kind of a bear flag it's doing here.
What you don't want is this to be a tweezer reversal, right? So, yeah, 5-minute just kind of lagging. If it goes up here and tests it and fails again, I think that may be lights out.
Man, we're going for that 4th time to test it. They'll get up there again.
Yeah, Periscope. You do have.
Tide showing me. I don't know. Tide looks weird too.
Yeah. Call premium dropping, put premium dropping, volume rising, but like nothing.
Very yeah. I mean, this is just look at. I mean, it's still back. This morning was just a cluster. Not gonna say it. I mean, that was just carnage right there.
Yeah. I do like that it's holding under these ZMA clusters, though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do like that, but I mean, how many times can we test that before it breaks it. We're talking about that power of 3. Eventually, we're going to have a something break here. Is it going to have to break up or is it going to break down?
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of a trend line. We can update my trend line, but if you want to, that
You're talking about this
low, from the low of pre-market, and then
pretty much that, or
you
could actually go that. That's
go like that.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests.
Yeah.
I don't know why unless you can drew a trend line there. Now it won't break it down.
Nah, when it breaks, it's gonna be great. Volume is rising on Tide, but again, it is pretty anemic.
Your call premiums are just. I mean, this is just shit. Call premiums. DVD holding negative 4,300. I mean, look. I mean, seriously, look at these. Look at these call premiums. How much they come down.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a definition of tank down. But like I said, we are seeing an uptick in volume here, and then your put premiums are coming down, and you're seeing a slight little curl here. Let's go through everything else. Holdings is still bullish. Market Tide is still pretty bullish. So I don't know. We could have cut it again for break even. I don't know what we do.
Qs are green. Qs are up 0.3%. SPY's down 0.1%. So there's a little bit of discrepancy there. So tech is getting
your MES is down 0.1%. It's not much. We're pretty much flat from as your settlement, right? Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that. I don't know, Roy. It's just I would love to break that trend line down, but your call premiums are going. I mean, they're still. It's. We thought they were going to tick up. Look, they tick down. Your volume is starting to curve a little bit here, so this could be a turn down. We could actually close this trade again, break even. Up a little on the day.
Get a decrease in gamma right where we're at. So, it's catching that gamma now, and we have an increase in gamma right below us. So
CBD just went to negative 4,900 too.
Could get to the bottom of this cone is really what I'd be looking at. 58.50 yet again. Can't break down, please.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I had a level. I got one on the other chart up there at 51. I don't have a chart here. Yeah, let's go and put another roadblock up. Why don't we? It's got a little momentum on Tide this time. Volumes went back red. Put premiums are popping. Call premiums are still just falling off a cliff. 50 is key here. If you break 50, then we got 45. Then you got nothing till 35. So 50 is a key. They want. There's the break. If we can get closed down, they moved. Oh shit! They dropped orders right at 45 to stop it. When I say dropped orders, they put 162 orders there.
58.30 on SPX has positive gamma. We're at 58.31 right now, so could have a little quick stopping point there. Yeah.
If you look here, you see these orders. You see 177, 143. When it comes out to test those, you're going to see those. You're going to see that red bubble get big, and you're going to see that number start to drop pretty quick. If it does that, we're going to tank down. But it's CVD? Right negative 5,600. We're almost there. Let's see if we can get this big red right here. Big red. Come on, big red. The more it eats them, the more they throw in that damn level. These son of a bitches. They are defending that spot right here, tooth and nail. You can see it on Bookmap. 200 orders there now. Had 163 orders, 173. Oh, it just ate them. Just ate them. Big red. Come on, baby. We got our take profit here at 42. 42 is our take profit. 45 is going to be a booger bear to get through. But if it gets it, we got this. There's 45 tests. Ate them up. Bouncing a little bit here.
Volume went red on SPY Tide.
Come on. We got a 42 down here.
We are at the bottom of our cone on Periscope.
Hey, tell them to go cut the front yard or backyard, whatever they're doing. Blade doesn't cut his own damn grass.
No.
What the hell? Just sitting there sipping an iced latte and
Lots of iced coffees and I got my take profit at 42 with you. Come on.
we only need 3 more points for it. That's it. I mean, you can see this 37.50 level get tested down here. You got shit. They just ordered at 42.50. These bastards.
What's that settlement? What is it on your chart?
So it's 59.50.
59.50. Okay, and then there's Periscope. As you can see, we are getting to that red accelerant. If it can catch that, got ourselves a good one. Just needs to catch it.
I'm going to move my stop loss at least to move it down. So I'm going to at least break. I'm not letting this trade turn red on me. I know that. We'll guarantee. I put it at 48. We'll guarantee at least $100 in this trade.
Flip it back over to book map. We can see.
I probably could do it a little different, but you know, there you go. It took me out. So we're now something didn't add up right. My math ain't math, and I'm only 155 up now. But that's 155 up on the day. Wait and see if we get another entry somewhere. Oh, let's go back and look. Let's talk about this 3-bar reversal real quick. We talked about it on the 5-minute. How it's played out. You had one here, right? But the reason you don't play this one, in my opinion, see this wick? See this wick? This is not showing a strong reversal here. This is showing, hey, we're kind of in limbo, and that's why we had that breakdown all the way down to here. So, and we got down to 43. We really missed that take profit by 1.5.
Yep.
You bastards.
And this
now
could
we
be
just wait for
a
another step.
failed breakdown here. So
Very well could be. 10-minute, nothing really on 10-minute. 5 minutes, nothing. Let's look at the 15-minute. 15-minute could give you they could give you a nice reversal there. Well, it looks different when you got your trend lines on the 15 compared to the 5, don't it?
yeah, it does.
That looks like shit on the 15.
Yeah, it does. Look at this thing coming with some momentum.
Yeah, it's got a little mojo on it. CVD went back to 6. It got to negative 52. I don't know, Roy, if this is a failed breakdown or if this is a stop loss trade here. You could also look at the failed breakout, right?
True. And here we are again testing that spot that it couldn't do, but this time it's coming. Goodness gracious, there, right outside this. This time it's coming with some momentum. But if you look at Periscope, look at that bottom cone is where we were looking for, and then right off of
there
it.
you go.
So you have gamma right above us here. So it could catch that and keep going to the top of the cone.
Yeah, myself and Roy were trying to not put too much emphasis on Periscope. We get caught up in something new and we put more emphasis in it than we should. I think the way we're using Periscope now, though, we're not depending on Periscope at all by itself. You're looking at Periscope, we're looking at Tide, we're looking at Bookmap, we're looking at 3-bar reversals, we're looking at candle by candles. I mean, we got a lot of different things. We're looking at trend lines, failed breakdowns, failed breakouts. I mean, anybody that says, hey, pick one strategy and go with it, they are not full-time traders. I think you have to be able to adapt to whatever the market's giving you that day if you want to be able to be successful and make money in the long term on this. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out there and know it and try every different strategy there is, right? If you notice, myself and Roy, what we're doing is we're kind of blending all these strategies kind of into one, so you can kind of look at all this at one time and kind of get different things going on. And last couple of days, you got to admit, it's been pretty successful us doing that.
Definitely.
And I will say this every time I do this, every time we're on, I hope to say this: if you're not learning something every day, you're going backwards. You got to continue to learn and see. And look, you might learn something that doesn't work, but guess what? You learn something that took it off that you don't have to worry about anymore, right? But you have to be learning and try to open your mind up and see how other things look and how other things can actually help you out. I think that's one thing that is kind of to our benefit and to our demise all the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
We're open to looking. Roy knows if I get my teeth in something, I'm going to back test the shit out of it over a weekend.
Yeah.
Dirty Harry says the process will keep coming back for a reason. Absolutely. All I know is we took payouts yesterday. We're taking a payout again today. We're just going to keep taking daily payouts until we build back up. I want to be honest with you. I want 5 XFAs. I want back to 5 pro accounts. And then I want 2 of those new. That will let me focus on 2 of the futures desk plays. Try that out. So that's kind of my goal. If I can get 12 accounts, the futures desk is like Take Profit Trader. Once you go live, you have daily payouts. And there is no rules, no buffer, no shit on your daily payouts. Whatever you make every day, if you're going to take it out, you take it out. I like that about this.
Yep.
So if you can get, let's just be conservative here, right? Let's think about this. So let's say you get 5 pro accounts. You trade them conservatively. You make $120. Nothing crazy, nothing. I like how Roy muted the thing. I caught that pretty good idea. But let's just say let's call it $100 a day just for shits and giggles, right? That's $500 per account per day. I think $100 a day is very doable without having to risk too much for your reward, right? That's $500 a day times 5. Then you do that times 5 for 5 days in the week. That is $2,500 a week. That's a pretty good paying job for most people, right? And you can do this. Now, I'm not going to say that it's just as simple because, everything's got its pluses and minuses to it. But if you do that $100 per day, $500 per your total, you start multiplying that out, right? Let's do that. Then you're doing the same thing on Top Step. Top Step, you need $200 a day. So let's just do average 125 per day, or I'll say 150 for easy math. So that gets you 750 per day. That's 30, whatever it is per week. Well, now you turn that 2,500 into like $5,000-$6,000 a week. That's weekly. So you got daily payouts coming out of Take Profit Trader, and then you got weekly payouts coming out of Top Step. Well, guess what? You're a full-time trader at this point because you're making enough money to cover everything. Now, be smart. If you do go full-time, you do eventually do this, put money away. 35% goes straight away for taxes automatically. Don't play with that. Don't leave it somewhere. You leave 35% out, pay your quarterly taxes, pay your yearly taxes, do what you got to do. That's nothing to joke with. Yes, as long as you file your taxes, it is just a civil penalty, but still keep that out of it. That way when you do have to pay, and you're going to have to pay, when you do have to pay it though, you won't miss it because it's in a separate account, so you don't even look at it. Like have a savings account just call it your tax account, and that does nothing but pay taxes, right? 35% goes straight in there. So, but you start doing that, and then next thing you know, hey, we got hey, Top Step. I've sent my money.
Nice.
There he is. Get off mute.
There he is. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
But you think about this. We think about always hitting home runs all the time, right?
Right.
When we shouldn't look at it that way. If you hit a home run, hell yeah, more power to you. But let your runners hit the home run. Let your base plays pay for your bills and get you $100 a day, and then your runners, anything after that is gravy, right? That's like a bonus. Hey, and I made $300 per account today. You know what? You just got a damn $1,000 bonus, buddy. How about that? We got to stop looking at this as gambling or trading or doing whatever. This is an actual job. Look at this as an actual job. This is the greatest job I've ever had in my life. I love it. I wake up every morning. I'm happy to trade. I'm looking forward to trade. I'm kind of anxious, and it's probably to my detriment. I'm kind of anxious to trade when I get up. I told Roy I put myself on a limit where I'm not trading before open, period, on any funded accounts anymore. I'm not setting my lockout. You know why? Because I have to be disciplined. I don't need to use this as a crutch. This is great. If you need it, use it by all means. I'm trying to break it where I can have the willpower not to trade a funded account until 8:30, and I don't have to use something to lock it out. And there's our rant for the day. There you go, boys and girls. Anybody got any questions? We're about to wrap this shit up. It's a long weekend. I am in the money. I've got money coming. I got money coming from a different couple places. I'm taking a payout and take Private Trader again tonight. That'll be in the bank tomorrow. Top Step should be in there either tonight or first thing on the morning. Yeah, we are getting a move up. Look at your. I was going to show you on Tide. Yeah, your volume pop. So, and you know what, boys and girls, it's okay.
Okay.
If you have your good risk parameters, this is not killing you. It's not blowing account. And look, I still got to work on this. I still struggle from time to time, not holding one too long and take Profit Trader, because I don't know why I don't just set my damn brackets automatically, because I like to move them. I'm actually going back to brackets here because I'm trading a single again. I'm going back to brackets on Take Profit Trader. When you do copy trade, you cannot use brackets. You have to go and set your stuff manually, and it drives me absolutely apeshit crazy. I don't know why. It just infuriates me to have to set that up. Oh
yeah. I don't like the copy trading on Trade Evade.
And there's a lot of people that swear they have Trade Evade and they trade on TradingView. I hate it. I despise it. If they would get the X platform on TradingView, then I would be 100% for it. But they don't. They have their own outdated system they use, and it is so generic and it is shitty. I'm sorry. I do not like it. I would much rather trade on Trade Evade than trade on TradingView. Let's get all the next. Anybody want me to go up?
We do open this to questions. We do have 84 people watching, bots included.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys.
Ask about some wallets
on YouTube, on Twitter. If there's anybody posting on that, we do
Facebook,
try to keep all the conversation on there. Yeah, we just kind of trade as we see the market doing. A lot of bearish sentiment out there, a lot of bullish buy the dip sentiment's been there for the last couple of weeks. Both can work, but that's just not really what we go with. We go with what the chart shows us, what our indicators give us. This is kind of the chart of the day, though. If you want to continue to trade, it's going to be just follow TNX. And as you can see, it had a gap up and then kind of has just been grinding all day. We do have an auction at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. We have White House press briefing at the same time.
We have Kansas City Fed manufacturing composite at 10. That came out. I missed that.
Yeah, that came out. -3, I think, was the read on it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but
it's not usually. But I mean, that could be why. I mean, if you look,
data.
Yeah, you started popping before the data came out, so somebody always knows, right?
Of course.
That is the thing. We have unusual wells to watch this stuff because somebody always knows. So somebody always knows. Well, looks like we don't have any questions, so We do have a 3-day weekend this weekend, everybody. We have Memorial Day on Monday. The market will be open until lunch, the CME market. Myself and Roy, we do not trade on half days just because it's just typically a slow volume, and it's not worth it, to be honest with you, in my opinion. But, to each their own. If you want to trade it, by all means do it, but just be careful when you do it. This damn thing, it gave a little bit of a 3-bar reversal to the upside, didn't it, on the 15?
Yeah, a little.
It did finish above that candle, right above that body, but did not finish anywhere close. I haven't even tested that candle yet. So more to come on that. Well, like I said, I did a video last night. I think I want to redo it. I would like to redo it with Roy, and Roy can actually ask questions while we do it. So that would be awesome. You see, I ramble here, I ramble. You get me on a thing by myself, I start rambling. And there's no script, right? It's just me and my thoughts, and I don't need that, me and my thoughts. So, we have no questions. Dirty Harry's headed to the beach. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Everybody relax. Enjoy your time with your family, friends. Try and walk away from the charts a little bit.
Yeah, look for a good setup today. And if you want to trade the rest of the day, this is kind of our stop time. In all honesty, I do not know if I'm going to trade anything this afternoon. I got to do some packing and washing clothes and all that good fun stuff. So that might be my day. I don't know.
Yeah, we're keeping it light to the rest of the day. I mean, you've got that, like I said, you've got a big auction in a couple hours. You got 2 hours, so just know that's coming, and be an observer. Sometimes that can be the more entertaining approach than trying to be a participant.
Yeah, you are getting a pop here in volume, like a pretty big pop.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious. We kind of leveled out. That was a pretty nice pop there. So
holding above anchored view.
You don't have anything to 58.75 upside, so I just don't think it's sustainable to do much here. But you can fool me. You won't fool me trading here though, because this is a no-go.
Let me run through some stuff real quick. Mag 7, all green except Apple, and Apple's on its way. Qs are green. Looks like ES is about to hit green as well. TNX is stuck. Keep an eye on TNX all day today. Market or periscope exposure, you do have some gamma to the upside here. So if it does catch that gamma, it could be what Monty was hinting at with what we saw on Tide. So you could have those two moving in lockstep. Zoomed out version, you've got more gamma to the downside than you really do to the upside. So if it does get a flush down on maybe an event in 2 hours, it will have the juice to really motor. So don't guess. Just play what the chart shows you. Don't trade news. That's going to be my theme moving forward. Don't trade news. Trade the chart. So
trade the chart. Trade what you see. Only what you see. Awesome, guys. We appreciate it. We will catch you guys on Tuesday. Everybody stay safe this weekend. And remember, if you drink, use a designated driver, call Uber, Lyft, whatever. Be safe. We want to get all you guys back here on Tuesday. So catch you guys then. We will see you all later. Peace out.